Susan B. Hicks was the initial clerk. Todd Manis has picked it up now. There's her name. That looks like his initial. I'll show you a couple of documents where it looks like that. The one thing that's interesting is I was found indigent in Wake County by an actual judge, not some redneck from Randolph County clerk. Yet I'm found not to be indigent, excuse me, by Susan B. Hicks. So I don't know whose authority supersedes whose or overrides whose. I would think a Wake County judge would override that. We'll find out. Anyway, Susan looks like A, but her middle initials B for a reason. She's also, Todd Manis put her on blast about having an affair with Judge Webb um, in that first lawsuit. He's on his second lawsuit, picking on Judge Tanner. Okay, seal. This letter is not valid without official seal of the Clerk of Superior Court. And that Exhibit C, I got this from the Missouri Attorney General. They got it from Robert Mark IV, Cypress Bank and Trust. So Cypress Bank and Trust been in touch with Moore County. Everybody knows that. To the point where current clerk Todd Manis had Matthew Rothbein paid over $13,200 to not present exculpatory evidence. And Moore County lawyer Emily Tobias is on that, so she probably got a cut. Linda Reed Oldham probably got a cut going back to Susan B. Hicks' verdict. No telling what Nicholas Sherrill's been paid. There was a Bobby Bowers from Charlotte that was fronting for Cypress Bank and Trust for a while. Seems like there's a couple of others. I'm sure Arosa's lawyer, Mikey Weist's lawyer, got their cut. But anyway, no seal. Exhibit C presented to the Missouri Attorney General's investigation. And then here's the one for me from Todd Manis. I guess that signature is that signature. I don't know. Anywho, Robert Mark IV lying to the Missouri Attorney General can't be good. And remember, this stuff is federal from jump because state employees, credit union employees, or members trust company employees, and then Wyoming's involved, and then the Missouri insurance policy with Charles Crane's involved, and then it bounces back to Cypress Bank and Trust, and then they've got something happening with Sunrise Bank backing the stipend card through TrueLink Financial, and then that comes back to Linda Funk Johnson and Fuquay Varina. So, biggest financial fraud scheme involving state employees credit union in the history of this state. So that led to this. We got to shut this motherfucker up, y'all. He's going to send us all to prison. So I get painted as a person beaten off in the swimming pool in front of a 5-year-old. Real quick, not to leave Judge Christine Waltzik out in these restraining orders. Jessica Evans, Alan Finner Boyd. There's the mail fraud letter again. Can't be lying about the mail in court proceedings. Judge Christine Waltzik. So, and then I would be remiss without bringing it all back in Moore County to scumbag weasel Nicholas Sherrill. Wake County had a chance when they had a chief district judge and a 30-year former DA in cahoots to cover this up. But now this is down here in Moore County with a couple of clerks and Nicholas Sherrill. No bueno.